Hey Kelly, here's a few examples of the common controls of Windows Phone. I'll just start out at the top of this. This is the basic toolkit. You have an autocomplete text box, and it shows up like that. And that's what text boxes generally look like too. You can do a context menu with long presses like that. And with all of this, I mean, you can customize to whatever degree you want, but these are just the general UI controls of Windows Phone that are a little more common. I'm not sure what the custom message box is. Oh, yes, I do know. Okay. This is like alerts or any kind of messages. You can customize them to be almost however you want. So that's what the message boxes tend to look like. Date and time pickers I already showed you, but it's just like that. Same thing for the time. Again, you can customize with color, but that's what Windows Phone users are going to be used to. Expander view, I don't know that we'd use this, but it's up to you, but it's just you can expand and contract. Often that's used in email. Also, transitions I would highly recommend. I mean, I don't know that you'll have it in design, I guess, because transitions are a little different, but I'll probably implement the turnstile feathering between some pages. Hub tile is, I don't know that we'd want to use this, so it would just depend. The tiles change a little bit, I think. They animate to whatever degree. I could be wrong on that. Oh, as you saw, it flipped a little. We could use that, but I don't know. That's up to you. But it's kind of a base, like tiles are kind of integrated into Windows Phone. Anyways, list picker view. This one's very common. If it's smaller, it opens up like that. If it's large, it'll open up in a full list like this. If there are many options, I guess. And they can be customized as such to have a little image by the side or whatever needs to be. Anyways, so that's the idea of the list picker. Let's see. For a long multi-list selector, you can tap on the side and check things like that. Again, I don't know if this will be used or not. And as you see going throughout the app, you'll see that the bar on the bottom changes according to what we're in. Let's see. The performance progress bar. As you can see at the very top there, that's what it looks like. Let's see, phone text box. Very simple, obviously. That's what the keyboard looks like. And you can also have little action buttons at the edge of your text box. Speech text box, I'm not even sure about that one. I guess it's just action where you can say something and it'll take it back in. Rating control, I imagine this would be used on the reports page, but not a hard one, and I'm sure it can be customized to however we want it. Whatever colors are set for the theme. There are a whole ton of effects, I guess. And this is the slide in one, where your content slides in. But toggle switch, simple enough. Tilt effect, okay, I'll probably be implementing this one. Buttons typically have the reaction of being highlighted or not, and you can do that to whatever theme color is going on to. But if you notice when I touch it tilts, this is often used more for text that's actionable. For example, if I go to my email or something like that, you notice that that bar there tilts a little bit. That's how it gives user interaction or user feedback. But as you can see, I can apply that tilt effect to anything. That's one of the common ways to give user feedback. Let's see. Oh, this is a transfer one. I don't think I've actually ever used this, but we could do this. I would just assume that we'll probably just use a loading little text with just the typical progress or typical loading bar that I showed you before. But either way. Yeah, I could go through a bunch of transitions, but I guess we'll see. And I'm actually not sure what a wrap panel is. Oh, gotcha. So you can have a list that wraps up and down. Cool. And this is the panorama view rather than the pivot, because you have the peak view at the right there. Let's see, was the pivot somewhere up top? And this is the pivot rather than the peak view. You just have the text up there that's a little faded, and so you know what's next. Alright, so that's an idea of the controls, and now I'll quickly go over an app. The Bing Food and Drink app is a really good one. It has design elements, but is still customized to a degree. As you can see, everything's very square, no radiuses on the corners, and in kind of a tile-like format, even though it may not be exactly square. But it's the menu. And scroll through content. If you saw there, the thing applied the tilt effect. Typically that's what it is for things, is a tilt effect rather than actually changing colors. You just get the tilt to know that you're pressing it. Anyways, so this is a good app that I think exemplifies, I guess, the design methodologies of Windows Phone. Anyways, so there's an example. And there's another one that isn't from Microsoft. I think it was Flickr Central that I was going to show you that I thought. Not sure if it was this or not, but we'll see. So this one's okay, not my favorite. I liked the design of the other one a little better. I thought there was another one though that I was going to show you. Oh, Foursquare. That's what it was. Foursquare I thought had a really unique and cool design that still showed good uniformity with design methodologies of Windows Phone. Okay, so you have your pivot here between your activity and profile and whatnot, and explore, as you can see. Obviously we wouldn't have the little map thing at the top, but it shows how it has content laid out. You can set templates for laying out the lists. So I thought that was a smart idea. Anyways. And most items are actionable. But as you can see, most things are fairly flat. It's a very flat design, even if you do have boxes around things. So, anyways, just an idea of how it looks and how things can look as you're designing. I'll send you a couple links that have static images of some of the controls. But anyways, have fun.